It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see which conference reigns supreme today. It's the New York Jets and the Green Bay Packers on Thursday night.
Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Green Bay Packers. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gaudin on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather. Snow and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game? Because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the and how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And at the start of Jordan Love's NFL career, he had one of the best seats in the stadium watching Aaron Rodgers work. But now he's looking for more than that. Rocket arm, big play potential. And he wants to show this organization that he's capable of being a dependable starter for the foreseeable future.
On the set.
Love going to throw right away. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Love from the gun. Here's a diving catch right side. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
I know it looks like fun to guys like you and me. We're up here in the booth and everyone watching on television, but are you kidding me? In the snow, that type of a play, in the cold, you know that had to hurt to make that play.
I'm just mad he didn't make a snow angel while he was down there. Opportunity missed. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Counter play with Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
2nd down and 8. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That good for 22 and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
To throw now. Here's Love. Past the 20. 5. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 41 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Jacobs is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Jacobs again. A little, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Josh Jacobs taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10
at their own 22.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. Across midfield. Breece Hall.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Breece Hall.
78 yards.
And the Jets are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Zerline good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he'll get to the 29.
That's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Well, a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
On 4th down, the Packers call on Daniel Whelan to punt.
And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. Oh, able to avoid him. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
And the Jets will take over.
Back on the field come the New York Jets for their second drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now Hall to start the drive.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down that time by Quay Walker.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. 84 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, if you're up 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
A first catch there for Wilson and a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers.
Into the hands of Williams across the formation.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience, because I do know as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes, because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted but it winds up falling incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Rodgers to throw once more. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away.
Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10
at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. That is brought down. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. At that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And he gets it down to the 32. $10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
Jermaine Johnson there to bring him down.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
They work now on 2nd and 9. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Under pressure, and he will
go down. Sacked back at the 38. The former third overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
On third down, here comes
about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Here's Daniel Whelan now.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run
him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Rodgers
throwing the out route incomplete. That's Barnes. Able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know, and most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with, and there's a completion right there.
Rodgers with a pass caught by Conklin.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
From just shy of midfield, here's second down and 7.
Rodgers now to throw. Incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now Rodgers.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On 4th down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30. Off the play fake, Love.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Love. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Quinnen Williams. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play. but he could not pull it in.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And it's fielded at the 34. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
On play action, Rodgers.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I would say it would probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Rodgers.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 6.
Here's Rodgers to throw. That's complete right side to Lazard. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now 2nd and 9.
Now it's Rodgers. Man open left side. It's Williams. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll run with Hall.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to 4th down. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
They'll go for it. It's Hall.
And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
He's been tough for this defense to handle. Over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers. Let's go ahead and pick it up.
And he's he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets add 6 to their lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Zerline now for the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Keyshawn Nixon now on the return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Love. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball. But I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can. And that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the first down.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Love now. Over the middle, complete. It's Reed. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 45-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Love.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing. Love. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. To throw now. Here's Love. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt.
This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
Good returns on the last drive. He hit the end zone for the second time. Good returns in this first half, really.
Yeah, good returns for his team. Really good returns for the guy. You know where I'm going. Darn right. Those fantasy guys who have him on their team, they're rejoicing right now, and they have a high expectation that what they've seen already will continue.
More. You talk about fantasy live, but you don't. Why don't you just play? You know,
I'm not good enough to play the fantasy game.
Stop it.
I enjoy watching.
You're an analyst. You're an expert.
I mean, you were a champ last year. Keep it up. 5th place. Okay. Well, that's a champ in my book. I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Rodgers going to throw.
Finds Lazard quickly on the slant.
And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers.
Over the middle and complete to Wilson.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Rodgers now on 1st down. This is caught by Williams.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. Kick is up and through, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal. Not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We were treated to a solid first half out of the running back, Breece Hall. He's over 100 yards rushing for the game already and found the end zone twice as well.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2.
This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Yeah, boy, now you see him, now you don't. Excellent move, nice run, winds up getting about 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Rodgers to throw on second down.
Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On first down, Rodgers.
Going right back to Wilson.
Big yardage that time for the Jets. 44 yards.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. To throw is Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard.
And the Jets are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
They'll run with Hall.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
Hall again.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And what a game it's been for him in the backfield, Charles, as he pounds it into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, and he hits the end zone one more time, and his blockers cleared all those lanes. Before the snap, they called for the heavy unit, right? 3 tight ends coming on the field, and they got the job done clearing the way.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10
at their own 26.
He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
To pass, here's Jordan Love.
This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft.
First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Play action this time with Love.
Got Dobbs over the middle.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 2nd down, Jacobs.
And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching it, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Working out of the gun, Love.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Play fake. Here's Love.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 25-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Looking for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Able to find his man, Kraft.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on 3rd downs, and it's costing them.
Now Greg Joseph for the field goal try. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Joseph's got it, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Joseph now to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. So out now come the Jets. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. That's complete right side to Lazard. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And Lazard's got it again. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Option play. Here's Hall. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 141 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
Rodgers now on 1st down. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Rodgers. He finds Wilson, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he's got it. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin from 17 yards out. And the Jets are able to stretch out their lead. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Here's Nixon. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 3rd down, Love. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. So a risky move that does not pay off. And, Charles, you take it from the defensive perspective. They had to be a little offended there that they even tried to go for it back inside their own 20.
Highly offended. And they took the ball away and gave it to their offense in a great situation. But when you look at this thing in total, when you start taking chances like that, you know what that means? You're going to have to take more chances later, right? When you don't convert, that just means you got to double down on it. So we could see this thing pile up as we go on.
Now Rodgers
throwing the out route incomplete. It's Wilson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 13-yard line.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away.
Here's Nixon. This taken in right around the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Packers offense.
And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Love's throw finds its target, Dobbs.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this.
That one to Reed, and it is caught on the dive. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Love, they go play action now. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Sauce Gardner.
Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee, because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
Here's Love. And his throw is incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line.
2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Love now. He finds his man complete. It's Reed. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Here's Jacobs. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Jaden Reed
from 3 yards out.
And the Packers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jets have got it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Hall on a give up the middle. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Hall again on second down.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Third and 4. Here's Hall again. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
Straight ahead is Hall.
There he goes right side. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall.
26 yards.
And the Jets up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter.
And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Packers 17.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Love now to pass on first down.
He's got the hookup with Dobbs.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Second down. Love. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Reed. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Jordan Love ready on first down here.
Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
To the air again, Love. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Love looking to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Again, it's Love. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Reed. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And it's scooped up by the Jets. Does the big boy have the juice? And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown.
What impressive performance just became a little bit more impressive here as they add yet another score to the ledger late in the 4th quarter.
And not much has stopped them at any point in this game, partner. This is just an old-fashioned blowout right here. They probably could have put the brakes on themselves, but they elected not to and played this one all the way out.
Zerline now for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Nixon now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love.
That's taken in, Dontavian Wicks.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop. Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. One last shot now for Love.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. And now we get to deal with a foot of snow in the parking lot as we say so long from Green Bay.
Love it here. This is Maui with snow.
That's one way to put it. So long, everybody.